Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. Thank you for joining us. Can someone just type in if you can hear me? Okay. You guys hear me? Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Marty, for typing that. So, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope it's off to a good start. And I want to thank everyone for taking time to join us today. We are going to be talking about our body department at Clear Dermatology. So we're calling it Body by Clear. And I want to throw out a special thank you to one of our marketers, Heather, for working so diligently on this presentation today. She really went above and beyond. She always does, actually, but I just know how much work she put into this presentation. So thank you to Heather for making this so great today. So let's get started. All right. So you have seen so many things in the media, in the news, on social media about reshaping the body, and we call that body contouring. So what is it? It is shaping the body. Like I said, it is taking a portion of the body that you may have not had the best genetics in, that part of you that you're pretty happy with everything else, but this one area is really bugging you. And we actually have safe and effective ways to treat those areas. And just before we get started, I just want to say something about body image. I do think that with social media and with these types of treatments, it's very easy for us to feel insecure about body image. And our intention is not to bring any of that to light. In fact, I want you to all know, I think everyone is actually beautiful and perfect. And if there's something we can do to make you feel even more so when you look in the mirror or when you present yourself, when you go to work, when you go to a job interview, if I can just do something to help you to feel that confidence that you deserve and to have you feel delighted when you look into the mirror instead of just happy when you look in the mirror, that's really what we're going for. But I want you to really look in the mirror yourselves today and just realize how amazing you are and how perfect you already are. So, moving on. So we have so many treatments that we offer. We really are using these webinars to help educate you on what is available, what is safe, and what's effective for both the body and the face. Today, we're talking about the body. As you know, there are a lot of false claims that are out there. What I am here to do is to help you determine what is safe, what's effective, and how it can help you. I've worked with many of these technologies for 15 or so years because I also, as you know, do a lot of clinical research. So I'm very involved with these technologies starting from the beginning. And I think that helps give our practice a unique perspective. The last thing we want to do is recommend anything that isn't predictable and doesn't work for you. I'm not saying these products are 100%, nothing's 100% in medicine, but we are absolutely doing our best to recommend the most predictable and safest treatments for you. And we have experience. Like I said, I've been doing clinical trials on CoolSculpting before it was FDA approved. We have used every single CoolSculpting device that's been commercially and even pre-commercially available, and some other technologies. So the staff and I have this unique experience that will hopefully help translate into your clinical outcomes. So here are the things we're going to talk to you about. We're going to talk to you about these 4 things today to help enhance your body. Okay, so who have a stubborn pocket of fat that's bugging them. I know I do, and I'm going to talk to you about that. So here are your stubborn pockets of fat. We're not talking about obesity. We're that don't respond to diet and exercise. So if you gain 5 pounds around the holidays, boom, these fat pockets are going to expand and drive you crazy. If you look at the right, that bra fat, we call it, that is what we're going to be treating you with today. Or I'm sorry, demonstrating to you today. Here again are these treatments that we'll be talking about. Let's start talking about CoolSculpting. Many of you may be familiar with this technology, but if not, we'll briefly talk about it. We have the newest version of CoolSculpting. So this is the newest commercially available product, and it has 2 hand pieces. So that allows us to treat you faster. So back when CoolSculpting was first developed, it was an hour, and it was 1 handpiece. So you treat one side for an hour, and then we treat the other side for the hour, and patients were with us for the afternoon. But here we have 2 handpieces, and the treatment time has been reduced to 30 minutes. So we can actually treat both sides in 30 minutes for you now. The design is better. So if you've seen the CoolSculpting device before, it's kind of an awkward, not really ergonomically friendly device. And there in the past would be a lot of pop-offs with some of the previous commercially available devices. This device is better designed so we don't have that issue, and we can treat more patients because we don't have Okay, guys, can you hear me now? All right. Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. We lost connection for a few minutes. Gotta love technology. So anyway, this device also has more efficient hand pieces. They cover 18% more surface area, which allows for a more efficient treatment. So we love this device. We do feel like we are seeing results with it faster. This is our anecdotal experience. This is not published, but patients seem to be happier with this device. It's definitely more efficient, and we feel like we're seeing more noticeable results. So really, really excited about using the Elite for fat pockets. So all of these areas are actually FDA approved, I believe, for fat removal. But for sure, even if it's not FDA approved, these are areas that we use all the time. We use CoolSculpting all the time. So look at that possibility. And if you have a fat pocket, we can probably treat it with the CoolSculpting. It's very easy. Okay, why would you choose this? First of all, it works. Second of all, it's completely non-invasive. We don't even inject lidocaine. It is completely, nothing enters your skin. It's a suction cup. It suctions your skin and fat into the applicator. And then you just sit there and you can, I usually do work when I have my treatments, work on the computer. You can watch TV. You can be on your phone. It doesn't hurt, doesn't cause bruising, no downtime. You can go exercise. It is just a fabulous treatment and it's completely safe. And again, we've been using this technology since 2010. So we have a great safety profile for it. Okay, so one thing I skipped over is just how it works. It works by making the fats very, very cold. And when it's so cold, there's this process called apoptosis. It's a very natural part of how we how our bodies work, and it's called programmed cell death. So basically, it gets so cold that the cells just turn off, and then they're naturally eliminated by your body. And it's a very gradual process, which is part of what makes it so safe. Usually, you see results in about 3 months. Let's see. So on the right-hand side, you can see these photos. You can see the markings. You can see something applied that protects the top of the skin. And then you can see that applicator. And that's all there is to it. So we talked about this. And here's some photos. So look at the double chin on the left, and on your right, you can see after. This is just CoolSculpting treatment. And patients were within, for these photos, patients were within 5 pounds of their original weight. Here's someone that had 3 different sessions of CoolSculpting and had quite a significant reduction in body fat. This would be a very extensive treatment, but it is possible to reduce body fat of this size for patients. Here's an inner thigh result. Here is another chin result. Here is a result on the tummy. This is a little bit more representative of what we typically do. We tend to do smaller fat pockets with this device. And again, the thigh. Here's an example of love handles. I personally have had this done for myself, and I didn't have a ton of fat there. In fact, it was not enough to do liposuction with, but the amount that it reduced my fat there was, I would say, life-changing for me. I just feel like I fit into my pants way better, and I feel more confident about my silhouette. Here's some other before and afters. This is the area under the buttock called the banana roll. Here is some back fat and love handles. And here's some bra fat. And I think I mentioned earlier, we are going to be showing you how to reduce bra fat today with an injectable with Kybella. But here's an example of how you can treat bra fat with something totally non-invasive, no needles whatsoever. And this was actually Nadia's patient. So Kybella. Kybella is an injection. It's FDA approved. It's minimally invasive. So minimally because it's an injection, but absolutely non-surgical. It's extremely easy. I've had this done to my own bra fat, and it's fantastic. So this is deoxycholic acid. It was FDA approved in about 2015. So we've been using it in our office since 2015. We have tons of experience with it. It is fantastic. It's predictable. It's safe. It will reduce your fat. And I should mention, for all these treatments today that I'm talking about fat removal, we're talking about permanent fat removal. The fat does not come back for these types of treatments. So we take that little area that, again, we're talking about little pockets. So we often treat double chin. We often treat bra fat. The areas that are a little bit bigger, we don't tend to do. We tend to do CoolSculpting. So if you were talking about your whole abdomen, you would not use this product. But otherwise, it's very quick and easy. You'll see that today. An injection will typically take about 5 minutes. There's swelling afterwards, noticeable swelling for a week. So you do have some downtime associated with it, but there's really no restrictions. So you have about a week of downtime. Here is a very candid photo of a patient. She sent me this photo from her cell phone. So, but you can see a huge difference. And I believe this is after 2 treatments. So only 2 treatments, permanent fat reduction there. And then here is a more subtle result of a staff member. You can notice the sharpening of the jawline. She did not have much fat, but even in this tiny, tiny little pocket, you can see that it is better. And then again, before and after in the jawline here. Here's some more. These are stock photos from the company, but you can see my favorite thing about this product and about actually just about treating double chins in general is look at this patient on the left, the way left photo, and then look at her progression. So without doing any fillers, without any weight loss, she automatically looks better. She looks younger and thinner. And there is only the double chin that was treated. It's just absolutely amazing what this can do for your entire face by treating this area. So this is probably my favorite area to treat because it's a life-changing difference and it's very easy to do. Here's another patient. You can see the improvement in her jawline, but look at the series of photos on the right and look how her face changes. Again, no filler in the face, nothing different about the face itself. It's just that the shape of her face looks more youthful and slimmer, and she just looks so much better as that double chin is eliminated. No one ever misses that double chin, you guys. So here's a man, just illustrating this works in men. I treat a lot of men with this product. And again, you look how much sharper the jawline is here. Okay, so this was another staff member of mine. This is 9 months after 1 treatment. So you can see quite a difference there. And again, 3 months after 1 treatment. This is not my study. This is not my, actually, neither of these are my patient. Sorry about that. Those are from studies. So, but we just wanted to show you an example. Okay, moving on. This is our second to last modality we'll talk about. This is Agnes. It's our newest toy in the office. This is radio frequency with microneedling. So what does this do? It reduces fat pockets and it tightens saggy skin. Again, this is kind of similar to the concept of Kybella where you choose a small area. We don't typically do large areas like the abdomen. So you choose a small area. And if you have a larger area, you might think about CoolSculpting. Why do we love this device? We love this device because it does a lot of skin tightening at the same time it's reducing fat. So it can get rid of your double chin for you. I've had this treatment done on my knees, my inner knee area, and it will not only get rid of the fat, it tightens the skin. So it's great if you have a fat pocket plus some crepey skin. This might be something you want to consider. So here's a little cartoon about how it works. It has that little needle. The needle goes into the skin and then it releases energy through the needle and that heats the skin, dissolves the fat, and tightens at the same time. Okay, so here's where I love to use this device. the crepey skins on the lower eyelids, droopy skin on the upper eyelids. So we're trying to tighten these up. And then when someone has eye bags, those are actually little tiny little tiny fat pockets. And so it will treat the fat pockets around the eyes. And so we use it a lot for that. Double chin, for people who have puffiness here, otherwise known as jowls, we will take any extra volume out and then we will tighten this whole area and treat it. It's fantastic for that. Loose skin on the neck. And then on the body, you can do bra fat, we can do knee fat, and you can do double chins. Those are the areas that I typically use this for fat pockets. So here's a little schematic or cartoon of that. Here's a patient of ours. If those of you who attended the Agnes webinar, you might have seen this photo before. So this is 3 months after one treatment. You can see, focus on the skin tightening. She has some bands that could be treated with Botox, but she elected not to do that. But look at all that skin tightening she got here. She did not have a fat pocket here. Pre and post instructions here. We'll kind of skip over that. You do get some swelling, but not as much as Kybella. There's chance of bruising. Otherwise, the downtime is very, very minimal, and it's pretty easy. So the main thing for the Agnes is you really want to come in and have a consultation first. So I like to discuss everything that we're going to expect and verify that this is the correct treatment for you. And most patients do 1 to 3 treatments. Here's that same patient. So baseline, 2 weeks after one treatment, 3 months after one treatment. So it gets better and better for 6 months after. And you can just see that skin just getting tighter and tighter. Same patient, different view. Look how much tighter the skin is getting. And 6 months from the first treatment, it will be even tighter. And that's after one treatment. Here's someone who had their lower face and jowls done. So you can see she still looks like herself, but you can see when you focus on the puffiness here, the jowl area, the jowls are not only reduced in size, but it's tighter in that area. Same patient. You can see, look at the volume on the left-hand side of that puffiness. And then on the right, you can see that it's already tighter 1 month after treatment. This is going to tighten up. And she actually had 2 treatments. And you can see how that fat pocket is going away and the skin is tightening. Same patient, other side. Look at the volume of the fat pocket on the left around the jawline. And then the after photo, this is only 1 month after. She will see improvement for 5 more months after this last photo was taken. And again, you can see that jawline start to tighten up and the volume of that fat has reduced. But not only that, she's got skin tightening there. And sometimes it's hard to see, but the skin looks a lot better in person. Sometimes that's hard to convey on these photographs. The skin just looks brighter, it looks healthier, and so much tighter. Here's someone we did around her eyes. So look at the kind of droopiness of the left eyelid and then versus the right. And then you can see the reduction in the crow's feet. And then on the lower lid, you can see how the skin is tighter there. So really, really beautiful results. And this is just 3 weeks post one treatment. So she'll continue to get results. Here's another photograph. We've got thinning of those jowls and tightening of the skin, which I think I'll show you on the next slide. Actually, we don't have the 45 degrees in here, but if I were to show you the side view of her, you can see the texture itself is dramatically improved. And we have subsequently done, oh, actually, I haven't done another treatment on her. We talked about it, but we decided not to do another treatment on her. And she is absolutely thrilled with her results. So we need to get her back in and do those follow-up photos. Okay, so here's some company photos. You can see how the jawline is tightened. Look at that beautiful jawline after just doing Agnes treatment. And sharper jawline, and then reduced volume in the lower face there. And then here's a kind of cool photo of immediately afterwards, the tightening that you can see immediately afterwards, one side of the neck versus the other, and results are best in 6 months. Here's a gentleman, dramatic. This is life-changing, you guys. It's really, really life-changing. Her scars improved there. Her jawline is sharper. Here's me right before I got my knees treated. I thought I had other photos of this, but here I am with my numbing cream and ready to have my knees treated. So I need to do some after photos, but that was just a month ago. One last thing we're going to talk about is not technically for fat, but how to make the area over the fat look tighter. So we all get creepy and sagging skin as time goes on. And sometimes all we need to do is to tighten the skin and actually not treat the fat. And I have a lot of patients who come in for a consultation and fat removal. And really, we end up talking about crepey and sagging skin. So I wanted to include this just to let you know there is an option that's dedicated to this over time. So these products, the main ones are Sculptra and Radiesse. There are others in the pipeline that are coming out soon. But these are the two that I currently use the most of. And you've heard of them before because I talk about these. We use them often on the face. But these products build volume over time. And I'm not talking on the body about building a ton of volume. We're talking about putting volume back where it used to be and structure back where it used to be. And that will take the crepey skin and pull it tight. Just like if you had a rumpled tablecloth and you pull the tablecloth tight, that's exactly what we're doing with the skin when we're using these fillers and biostimulators. So basically, chance of bruising. There's me getting my knees treated by Dr. Pearson. The knees are my areas, you guys. I've been insecure about my knees my entire life, and you've heard me say this before, but after she did this treatment, I started wearing shorts and skirts again. Oh my gosh, I just got the best compliment on my blazer. This is from Zara, actually, and I highly recommend it. It's super fun to wear, and I get a ton of compliments on it. So going back to my presentation, so here's the buttocks. I can actually do quite a bit of lifting in the buttocks, but I can actually smooth the buttocks too. We can smooth out the chest very, very easily. This is extremely easy to do, you guys. We help the lines on the chest and those chest wrinkles. Here's me treating someone's thighs with Sculptra. Here's some examples of what Sculptra can do in the face, just so you know how much it lifts and smooths. Here's some Radiesse. So it's lifting, it's smoothing, it's looking completely natural. And so basically, the sky is kind of the limit. And that's not how it used to be when I first started practice out of fellowship in 2009. So we are really, really fortunate with the options we have. And again, I want to emphasize these are things that I feel comfortable about the safety and about the predictability and about the way that they work. So again, we can talk more about that with you in your consultation. There's no product out there that's perfect. And there's no product out there that can completely replace surgery. So it's important to have realistic expectations, but I'm just so thankful that we have options. Excuse me a second. Thank you. So here is what you will potentially win because you took your valuable time and attended this webinar. So thank you so much for attending. And here's your offer for today. Excuse me. So everybody has different areas that bother them. So I wanted to make sure we can address your area, not just if you have bra fat or not. So we're demoing the bra fat area. You're welcome to stay and watch if you want to. You don't have to, but here is what we want to offer. So if you have an area that needs to be treated, it's going to be hard for you to know what needs to be done without you coming in and talking to us. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to offer you 10% off treatment of your choice and what would be most appropriate for you for the area that really, really bothers you. Now, there's got to be a little skin in the game here. So we're going to ask you to put down $1,000 deposit, and that will save your 10% off treatment for the area. We can go over costs in the consult, all of that, but we want you to put down $1,000 deposit as your skin in the game in exchange for the 10% off this fat pocket treatment. And that, of course, goes towards your treatment of choice. We will help you decide. We'll give you your expectations. We will help choose what's right for you. And we can make you feel, in my opinion anyway, we hope to make you feel even more confident and even more beautiful and handsome when you look in the mirror. And I know certainly that's what's happened for me when I've done these body treatments. So I've had all of these done to myself on my body, and I recommend them. So now I'm going to pause the camera. We are going to treat bra fat with Kybella, and you can see how quick and easy it is. And again, we can treat the same area or the same technique in the under chin area as well. If you don't want to stay for this portion, you don't have to. Please just feel free to give us a call or email us to take advantage of this promo, which is only good for today. So we're going to pause now, and I will see you in a moment. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying. This is our beautiful Sarah. She works in the Mohs department, so she is working hard every day helping to cure skin cancer. So today we're giving her a little treat. We're treating her bra fat. So Sarah, we're going to be treating this area. Tell me a little bit about why you volunteered for this. What's bothered you about this area?
Honestly, it's just been like an insecurity of mine, wearing like tube tops or bathing suits sometimes. It's just something I've always noticed, and no matter how much I work out, I feel like it just doesn't go away.
Okay. And that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for that genetic pocket. I wonder if one of your parents has this.
Maybe.
But the genetic pocket, and obviously she's very fit and still feels insecure about this area. So we are just going to reduce this area in size, and how much we reduce it depends on how many treatments she ends up doing. Today, I am going to do 1 vial per side. So we'll do a total of 2 vials. And Sarah, it's just going to be puffy for about a week. You'll
Okay.
notice about a week of significant puffiness. It'll probably look almost double to what it is now.
Okay.
Luckily, with it being winter, we can hide that pretty darn easily. And a lot of patients opt to do this treatment just because it's so quick and easy. She's going to be out of here in a few minutes. No restrictions. She can do her daily activities. I've had this done to myself. I experienced some burning for maybe like an hour afterwards. This area is just kind of annoying, felt like burning. And after that, I kind of forgot that I had it. In fact, we even forgot to put my before and after pictures in.
Heather, maybe we can send my before and after pictures. That would be like an exciting little follow-up. You guys can all see my bra fat. Okay, so I am going to mark her while she is sitting up, and then we'll lay you back a little bit. Have you ever had any cosmetic treatments done before?
No, I have not.
This is her first cosmetic treatment, guys. This is awesome. Thank you for your trust.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm guessing kind of like right in here, probably like right in this area.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Hold your arm a little bit away. Raise the table actually for me. So we're gonna mark here. And Sarah has already been cleansed by Maya, my wonderful assistant. Actually, we have a little bit. You guys, I love treating fat. Sounds kind of funny to say, but I love treating fat because it is like an art, and it's something that you just get better with over time. And it's just really gratifying. Patients are so happy, and it's gratifying to me too, because just like any art, the better you get at it, the more fun it is. Okay, there. Okay, here. So they're actually doing some really exciting work overseas in fat rejuvenation. So actually, in fat, putting fat back in to where we lost fat before, which I think is really exciting too. It sounds kind of counterintuitive after today's presentation, but there are places we lose fat and we want to put it back in. And fat transplantation has kind of fallen out of favor for most of us dermatologists anyway, not everyone, but it's a little bit more unpredictable than some of the other tools we have. And in some areas, it can be dangerous. And then in other areas like the breast, it doesn't tend to last as long as we want it to. So there's some new technologies coming out that's like really exciting that can help, that may address some of those disadvantages to fat. Tilt back just a little bit. All right, going back, and now I'm just going to inject a little bit of lidocaine into these areas. So that will help kind of take the edge off here. I'm going to be clear all the way, almost all the way back. That way when we go, and then that's good. Now head back just a little bit. There we go. Good. Sorry, guys, we definitely use this table. Here we go. A little. It was just a little lidocaine. This just going to make it super easy for her. Okay. And now to the other side. So the next step is I always get patients who watch these webinars. And by the way, thank you guys so much for watching these, because as you can imagine, it's a task to put together, but I'm really glad we do it. And I'm so thankful that you, like I said, spend your valuable time actually watching them. So, sure. Anyway, next step, I get comments from patients watching these webinars. Like, it looks so scary, and your model was so calm, but trust me, you guys, it looks scarier than it actually is. So I'm not giving Sarah a very good setup here, since this is her first cosmetic treatment. Move your arm, but you're going to be just fine. Perfect. Now, sometimes I think the younger patients are the tougher they are. Okay, so I'm actually going to go this angle right here, please. Okay, so this light helps me avoid little blood vessels. Are you okay there? Yeah. Okay. Give me some hypochlorous acid if you don't mind. I'm going to re-clean this area. Even though this is just a liquid, so it's not like an implant like fillers. I just like to clean extra. So we clean the area. Here's the. All right. So we use a technique where we mix this Kybella with lidocaine. So are you feeling anything there?
Nope.
Okay. So she's already done that lidocaine I injected. And now I'm just going to use the Kybella and put it in these areas where I marked. How you doing?
Good.
You feel anything?
No.
She's completely numb, you guys. So I'm telling you, it looks worse than it actually is. If we don't use lidocaine mixed within this, sometimes patients feel a little burning. Sometimes even with the lidocaine, feel a little burning. I think I did. Dr. Yonan did my Kybella. I think we put that on Instagram Live. And so we use a technique where we didn't put any lidocaine there. So I think that's why I felt burning for like an hour afterwards. But like I said, it's more of a nuisance than discomfort. There we go. All done.
Wow.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to just kind of massage it around a little bit. And then I'll see her back in 6 weeks and we'll just kind of assess. We'll see the results by then and we'll kind of assess if we want to do another treatment. Perfect. And I'll go ahead and relax. So you guys can see, yeah, you're already getting swelling. I'm going to show them. See, it's already swelling, and I'll probably give it a little bit more swollen. And it's not a big deal, but it is something that, you know, you would want to plan for if you're going on vacation or if you're doing the area under the chin. So, all right, now we'll do this side. So, this one. Are there any questions? Questions? Anybody have any questions you want to ask? Right.
Does cold sculpting negatively affect skin tightness or texture?
No, it doesn't. So that was a big concern of ours when we first started using cold sculpting. And what we figured out over the years is a lot of times it's kind of appropriate tightening. Like it's not something that we would recommend for skin tightening. Like somebody has like excess laxity to begin with. But if say the cool sculpting gets rid of 20 to 25% of fat, which it typically does, the skin will tighten by 20 to 25%. So there's not a lot of loose skin hanging in that area. So great question.
How long does it take to see optimal results from the Kybella treatment?
6 to 8 weeks. So it's pretty quick. Cool sculpting, it's typically about 3 months. So it kind of works in half the time. And that's one of the things we use to distinguish the two. Because underneath, like in this area, underneath the chin, it can be very similar results and very similar prices. So sometimes we just say, okay, what of these little things means more to you? And then choose that one. So we're already done here. So you can see, like, if someone's on a tight schedule, they may not want to sit around for 30 to 40 minutes with cool sculpting, 40 minutes by the time the applicators are applied, 30 minutes of treatment. She can go and go back to work, do whatever, go back to work, do whatever she wants to do, work out, you know, she's in and out, a very efficient time. But then there's the swelling to deal with, whereas cool sculpting, you don't have the swelling, there's no bruising, no one can tell you how to done. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really, really appreciate you and have a great